Prophet Muhammad, may God bless him and grant him peace, is a blessed individual to whom God revealed his final divine scripture and whom he made a role model with his excellent moral values and faith. With his powerful faith, our beloved Prophet fulfilled the responsibility given him by God in the finest possible way. He called people to the path of God, to salvation. With his excellent moral values, he was a guide and beacon for all believers. In our day, these incomparable moral values and our Prophet's sound approach to difficulties maintain his universality and shed a light for all humanity. The duty of Muslims is to become acquainted with these superior attributes of the Prophet, to take him as a role model and introduce him to all humanity. At the same time, they must do all in their power to resemble him, and in order to take him as their close friend in the hereafter. The Prophet possessed a morality that constitutes a model for the whole world. He called on others to conform to that morality, and described what kind of morality and behavior would be pleasing to God. God reveals in verses the kind of superior moral values possessed by Prophet Muhammad. Nun, by the pen and what they write down. By the blessing of your Lord, you are not mad. You will have a wage which never fails. Indeed, you are truly vast in character. Our Prophet also counseled Muslims to abide by his own moral values. Some of this advice is described in these terms in the Hadith. Do not envy one another, do not hate one another, do not turn away from another, and do not undercut one another, but be you, O servants of God, brothers. My cherisher has ordered me 9 things: to reverence him, externally and internally, to speak true, and with propriety, in prosperity and adversity, moderation in affluence and poverty, to benefit my relations and kindred who do not benefit me, to give alms to him who refuses me, to forgive him who injures me, that my silence should be in attaining knowledge of God, that when I speak I should mention him, that when I look on God's creatures, it should be as an example for them. Throughout his life, Prophet Muhammad abided solely by the revelations of God, doing only what was revealed by God, without considering the approval of other people or fearing them. Yet the idolaters of his time opposed this incomparable virtue of his, and wanted him to bring commandments in line with their own interests. Despite their being powerful and in large numbers, the Prophet opposed them, scrupulously and determinedly keeping to the Quran and the commandments of God. In his verses, God reveals the prophet's response to these people's insistence. When our clear signs are recited to them, those who do not expect to meet us say, "Bring a Quran other than this one or change it." Say, "It is not for me to change it of my own accord. I follow nothing except what is revealed to me. I fear, were I to disobey my Lord, the punishment of a dreadful day." The Prophet never made any concessions to what such people wanted. He conveyed the Quran to humanity with no alteration to what God had revealed, taking no one's personal interests into account, and did so simply in the spirit of fear of God. This characteristic of our Prophet, sent as a mercy on the worlds, is revealed thus in the Quran. Your companion is not misguided or misled, nor does he speak from whim. It is nothing but revelation revealed, taught him by one immensely strong.